Since the release of the episode of Bardock special, many people have debated a certain topic. Could Super Saiyan Bardock defeat Frieza? Hey everyone, welcome to my first Dragon Ball Z discussion. My name is Zuli, and let's kick this off. Before I begin, I'll remind everyone that the episode of Bardock special is not canon. However, I will do my best to make my discussion interesting and realistic to the show's logic, as well as the specials. Before I carry on, I would recommend to those who haven't seen the episode of Bardock special to watch it, so they can see Super Saiyan Bardock's transformation for themselves. I will be going over it now briefly for those who haven't seen the special, or don't want to watch it before watching this video, so I'm giving you a spoiler warning. Bardock, when fighting Lord Shield, was initially overpowered, and was very easily defeated. However, seeing Berry get hit by Shield brought out more anger in Bardock. He also remembered his friends who were killed by Dodoria and Frieza's men, and after seeing Berry hurt, all of his emotions built up and exploded out of him, and his inner Super Saiyan power was unleashed. Once becoming a Super Saiyan, Bardock absolutely dominated Shield, hardly even trying. Then they had their beam clash, and Bardock defeated him. Then Bardock, still as a Super Saiyan, walked off slowly into the sunset, finally having the power he needed to save his friends. That's pretty much all the information that you need to know about the episode of Bardock special, if you haven't seen it. To begin even thinking about the fight though, we first need to gauge what both Bardock's and Frieza's power would roughly be if they were to fight. I know power levels are quite inconsistent throughout the series, however the series has given us rough numbers to work around. Gauging Frieza's power in his first form was actually quite easy, because we were given a rough power level in the series. In the Namek Saga, it is shown that Frieza's base power level is 530,000. When Frieza does power up in his first form, his power can get quite a bit stronger. I would estimate his maximum power that he could reach in his first form would be about 750 to 800,000, because he passes a power level of over 1 million when he transforms into his second form. When Frieza transforms, more of his power is unleashed. However, when Vegeta and Gohan gave Frieza a tough time, he had to boost his power level temporarily until he got the advantage in the fight again. It is harder to pinpoint Bardock's exact power level, however, because we're not actually given a specific number for his power level in the episode of Bardock special. However, in the Bardock Father of Goku movie, it is said by one of the doctors that Bardock's power level was around 10,000. By using this rough estimate, we can roughly calculate how much Bardock's power level would be if he became a Super Saiyan. When a person transforms into a Super Saiyan, their power is times by 50. So, to figure out Super Saiyan Bardock's power level, we can times Bardock's base power level by 50. 10,000 times 50 is 500,000. With this power level, Bardock would nearly be even with Frieza's base power, and he could give him a decent fight. However, his Super Saiyan form's power would still be weaker than Frieza's. In the episode of Bardock special, Bardock is pretty much killed by Frieza and is sent to the past, and when he wakes up, he is quite injured and needs to build his strength back up. Because his body was damaged quite badly, I believe Bardock got a Zenkai boost from pretty much being killed by Frieza. A Zenkai boost, for those of you who don't know, is when a Saiyan is nearly killed in battle and they recover, they get an increase in power. However, the amount of power received from each boost varies by how much damage they have taken. They are rather inconsistent throughout the series though. However, because Bardock was hurt badly before being sent to the past, I would like to think that Bardock got a pretty substantial power boost from his Zenkai boost, if he received one. Considering Bardock should have technically died when he was hit by Frieza's blast, I think Bardock should have got a big power increase. I think giving him a boost of 5,000 power for this fight is quite realistic, and it would make a decent amount of sense considering Bardock's situation. So, if we times Bardock's new power level of 15,000 by 50, we get a total power level of 750,000. This increase in power gives Bardock a much better chance against Frieza, with his base form's power being significantly stronger than Frieza's. The fight would start off with Bardock becoming a Super Saiyan, which would initially surprise Frieza and would probably make him a little scared, considering it would be like when he fought Goku and was scared of his Super Saiyan power. Then Bardock would attack Frieza and do some good damage. With his power being higher than Frieza's, it would catch him off guard. Frieza would then get a hold of himself and power up to block and fight back against Bardock, and they would have a balanced and intense battle, with neither fighter holding back. At this point, I can see two scenarios in this fight. Scenario 1 would be that Frieza would push Bardock back and then find an opening to transform into a second form. If Frieza did transform into a second form, he could easily overpower and kill Bardock. The there's no doubt about that. Bardock is way too weak to kill Frieza once he is in his second form. The second scenario would be that Bardock could power up with his determination to kill Frieza and to get revenge for his friends, and if he let out all of his power in an energy attack and it managed to hit Frieza, he could potentially kill Frieza while he's in his first form. I believe that Frieza wouldn't be able to block Bardock if he was able to hit him with everything he had, because his power level would increase to a degree to where I think Frieza's first form would hit its limit. Personally, I think that Frieza would defeat Super Saiyan Bardock though. The reason I think this is because both Frieza and Bardock are tactical fighters, so they would be roughly equal in skill in that regard. However, I think Frieza has too much power for Bardock to handle in his other forms. I also believe that Frieza would be able to transform into a second form, and Bardock wouldn't be able to stop him. I pretty much know Bardock wouldn't be able to stop Frieza, because if Frieza would begin to transform, and if Bardock tried to stop him, it would play out similarly to when Trunks tried to stop Cell transforming into his perfect form. There would be too much power around Frieza for Bardock to get close to him, and he would transform into a second form. Well, that's how I think the fight between Super Saiyan, Bardock and Frieza would probably go. But this is of course just my opinion. If you disagree, or think it would play out differently, please write a comment in the comment section below, and let everyone know how you think this fight would go down. If you're interested in more Dragon Ball Z discussions, stay tuned, because there will be more discussions to come. If you have watched this far into the video, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. My name is Zuli, and I hope you have a great day.